Heyo, how's it going everybody? Hopefully anyone out there who's watching this right now or at some point in the future is having themselves a fantastic day today. Welcome, my name is Relikai. I'm going to be playing myself a video game on the old internet, and tonight that video game is going to be Fate Grand Order. So, yeah, it's, oh, how's it going, Patat? Hold on, why is my thing not working? Why is it not showing up in the thing? Great. It's probably broken. That's fantastic. Oh well, I guess that's just the way it's going to be tonight. All right. But how's it going? Hope you're doing all right tonight. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, so we're still continuing on trying to make FGO work, even despite all of the technical setbacks that we now have to deal with it. But hey, you know what? Again, we managed to get through it last time. Okay. You know, it was all right. We could tolerate it. And you know what? Sometimes in this life, if you can just tolerate something, you can live with it for a really long time. You know, just I think we all know that feel. So we're just gonna keep on trucking until, like I said, until the Steam frame eventually comes out, and Lepton hopefully along with it, which will hopefully allow us to be able to just like side install FGO into it, and then hopefully everything will be fine. Everything will be fine at that point. But yeah, it's gonna be rough sailing until then. But, so I've got like a couple things I wanted to talk about before we actually started the game. That being that today I went and saw Iron Lung, the new horror movie put out by old Markiplier. And I went into this movie not having played the game, not having seen anyone play the game, and not historically being the biggest Markiplier fan ever. Oh, there it goes. I don't know why it wasn't working before, but all right, cool. With the chat widget's still working. Hallelujah and peanut butter. Is it good? Again, so with all those qualifiers that I haven't played the game, never seen anyone play it, and not a super huge fan of Markiplier, it was pretty decent. It was pretty good, honestly. It was like Markiplier himself, not a half bad, performer. So, I gotta give him props. The effects were a lot better than I thought they would be. There's a whole lot of like CG and also practical effects that are in this thing. So it feels like it's punching above like what you would expect to be its weight class in that regard. Yeah, the final act is honestly pretty nuts and pretty tense, and overall it just had this feeling of just being like a really earnest project. Like this felt like something that these people wanted to make, rather than it being some sort of like studio mandate or something like that. I haven't played the game, but I know the lore. That is actually one of the downsides, to me at least, for the movie. All of the immediately required, lore and world building is presented to you, or you can sort of read between the lines and get the, get the appropriate amount of context for it. But for the bigger picture, the overall larger contextual world building, it just wasn't really there. It wasn't presented in a way that made it feel like it was, you know, molded cohesively into the story that was actually being presented to you. So there was a lot of talk about like Eden and like the consortium of iron, I think is what it is, and then like these trees and you know, all this sort of stuff. Granted, none of this stuff is necessarily required for you to be able to enjoy the story, but it would have helped, you know, add flavoring or add texture to, you know, the story. Some of the audio engineering was a little off, because there are some instances where I feel like you're supposed to be able to hear certain voices saying certain things, but like the sound effects of like, you know, the submarine and, you know, all the shit that starts happening kind of gets lost in the sauce a little bit. I haven't played the game, but I know the lore. Yeah, so there feels like there's a whole lot more world building and lore than is presented in the game. I don't know if that's the way it's presented, or presented in the movie. I don't know if that's the way it's presented in the game. But I know that the creator of the game apparently collaborated on the movie. So I'm gonna assume that you know, a lot of this stuff is presented in the game, or if it wasn't made clear in the game, he's like, hey, this is stuff that, you know, this is why this is the way it is, or this is what I was intending with that and whatnot. And another critique I have of it is that it's unnecessarily long. This thing is just over 2 hours long. It did not need to be that long. A good 15 minutes could have been cut from this thing, because a lot of the reason why it's so long is because a lot of film student shenaniganery is used to like pad out the runtime. And by that I just mean like there's lots of like, you know, artsy up close low-key shots of like, you know, shit dripping down, or you know, certain props and elements within the submarine and stuff like that. You cut like a solid half of all that stuff, because you want some of that stuff in order to, you know, establish like a visual language for the movie. And, you know, it does end up like paying off towards the end, but you could have cut half of it, and, you know, the runtime could have been cut down by a good solid amount. But yeah, I mean, overall, like I kind of give it like a solid 6 out of 10, probably. Like not a weak one, like a real like solid 6 out of 10. Like it's pretty good. And I mean, again, as far as like video game movie adaptations go, granted, they have been getting better in recent years, but, you know, they still don't have the best track record. I would say, yeah, this is a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. So, hey, good job, Marky Mark. Again, I've never been like a huge Markiplier fan, a big Markiplier fan, but yeah, it was a pretty solid experience. I enjoyed it. So if you're someone that's played the game, or even if you've like heard about it and you're kind of curious about it, I say, yeah, go check it out. I mean, it's already been a massive success. Like, from what I hear, the budget for the movie was like less than $3 million, and it's already made like over triple that. So it's doing very well for itself. But yeah, I mean, hey, if you have any sort of curiosity about it, I'd say definitely go ahead, check it out. What's going on, Lee? Hope you're doing good as well tonight. Hope your Saturday is treating you well. Yeah, so I went and watched that, and then also last night, my roommates and I actually finished Heated Rivalry, which I feel like most at least like men probably like have maybe heard mentioned once or twice over the past like couple months or something like that. It's a hockey show that also happens to have, you know, gay romance in it. I say that because it's the exact opposite. It's a gay romance show about two hockey players, and that is the order of importance in that regard. Gay romance, hockey shit. Which is kind of funny because like they're like the way in which like the hockey segments are filmed, there could be like a solidly shot hockey movie or show in there. But it's mostly about the romance. It's honestly pretty good. Me and my roommates enjoyed it. It's, you know, I think it's a good solid piece of queer media and queer male centric media, which is interesting because like that's definitely not something you see a whole lot in modern mainstream media, because we as a society have decided that it's much more acceptable to see women being gay with each other than having men be gay with each other. So it is nice to be able to see that. And like, I don't know, if you have any interest in like, you know, again, if you're a weirdo who or not necessarily a weirdo, but you're just someone who, you know, is like that, like the rest of society, you've decided, you know what, yeah, sure, I'll watch like two women be gay with each other, it's fine. But you haven't really engaged with media where, you know, men are being gay with each other. I would say, you know, maybe first of all, like, analyze that, maybe figure out why, if there is anything past just the general societal, like, you know, acceptance of it. And if that is all it is, then yeah, I would check it out. It's a nice story, and it's nice that at the end we don't, I guess, I don't want to give too much of a spoiler away, but I'll say at the very least it doesn't end tragically. Like it doesn't end in tragedy. I won't say like how or what happens, but you know, you can at least go in knowing that like at the very least nothing catastrophically tragic happens, which is again rare for gay male media. But yeah, it's and it's also, the showrunner for it is a gay man. So it's interesting to see this this story be like, because it's based on a book that was written by a straight woman, as far as I can tell. So having it then be projected through the lens of you know, the queer gaze, I suppose you could say, pun intended. It's interesting to see, and it's interesting to see that like both among straight women and gay men, it is very well received, at least from what I've seen, which is not typically what happens with gay media. Again, because it's largely always gay women who are presented in media, and most you know, like lesbians, they don't like to see that. They don't like to see that sort of stuff, because it's always, you know, for the male gaze, the straight male gaze. So that's why like lesbians, gay, really like gay male media, because it just represents romance in a way that they can actually, is actually on their wavelength, funnily enough. So yeah, it's been well received by those audiences. So, and yeah, it's a good show. I would definitely recommend checking it out. I don't know if it will be released on my country, but I want to watch it. Iron Lung? Is it not being, I can't remember where you were at. Was it Singapore? It's unfortunate if it doesn't end up there, but yeah, it's if you can, it's Markiplier, so it'll probably end up on streaming at some point soon, so you'll be able to check it out then, eventually. Been well, good stuff. That's what we like to hear. Did you see that Gemini 3 AI stuff? I am very happy that I don't see AI stuff on a regular basis. So no, I have not. So whatever it was, I bet it was horrible. Even if it was good, that's horrible still. So yeah, good stuff there. But to counteract whatever it is that you might be referring to, I saw a video talking about how Nvidia is no longer feeling confident in investing more money into OpenAI, to which I say, yeah, let's go. Let's fucking go, man. Pop the bubble. Pop the bubble. Pop the bubble. I am so ready for it. I'm so ready for all these bastards to lose all their fucking money. It's gonna be so great. I don't even care. Everyone's saying like market analysts and economists and stuff, they're saying if the bubble pops, it'll tank the economy. You know what? Maybe fucking good. Maybe I don't give a shit at this point. Fucking burn it all. Don't give, I don't care. Don't give two shits. Take it all down. Go. Maybe we'll learn something this time. Okay? After we fished out, you know, the fucking car manufacturers last time, the housing crisis that ended up happening. Maybe if it all just burns down, we'll actually learn our lesson. Maybe if we put our hand onto the hot stove, we will learn to pull our hand off, and we won't touch it again in the future. So, yeah, burn it all. Google making a program that will make video games by itself. Yeah, that's dumb. That's horrible. And it's crazy that they are taking all of our RAM that we use to play video games to make video games. Also, shut the fuck up, Google. No one cares what you have to say in terms of video games. The last time anyone listened to you when it came to video games was the Google Stadia. Shut up. Go away. Man, oh, I fucking hate capitalist corpo bullshit, man. It's so fucking dumb. Anyway, that's it. That's all I really had to say. Also, it's funny because I wore this shirt when I went to see the movie. I found out that Momo glows in the dark, which was, I'll admit, was a little I didn't know that. And it was a little distracting for like the first 5 to 10 minutes of the movie, because you know we get into the theater and then when it goes dark, I'm sitting there staring at the screen, and then like if out of like the lower part of my peripheral vision I see my shirt and it's just like glowing in the dark theater, and I was like, oh, that's surprising. That's something new, I suppose. So yeah, for like the first like 5 minutes, I would be watching the movie, and then when it would get dark, I would kind of like see it in my lower peripheral, but then it faded away. So I just thought that was really funny. For some reason, it made a bunch of investors jump ship from video game industries because they think they're gonna start using it instead of Google. Yeah, is that what they think they're going to do? Everyone's gonna start using it. Yeah? Okay, sure, if they say so. Program makes a giant world with a bunch of things all around it in video form, and it lasts 60 seconds. I don't care. I care nothing to see what it looks like, because I give it no engagement, I give it none of my attention, and then if I don't give it any of my attention, maybe one day, if everyone else joins me, it'll just rot and die. Like a unattended wilting flower in the desert. Maybe it'll just dry up and perish. So yeah, people jump ship are really jumping the gun. Yeah, Yeah, sounds like it, cause they're all fucking AI pilled, and I'm too tired to care about what stupidity they might be up to. Again, pop the bubble, just pop it. I can't wait for it to happen. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get the game started up here, and so yeah, anyone who watched the last FGO stream, you guys know what to expect once we get into a battle. So yeah, it's gonna be rough, but we're gonna get through this together. All right. And hopefully, eventually, soon, we just have to wait for Lepton to come out, and then everything will be okay. Everything will be all right. Our savior will arrive over, will crest over the hill and start descending down upon our enemy, Waydroid and Lib Houdini. Oh, speaking of all that, apparently Bazite is like joining something called, like, I think it's like the Open Gaming Consortium or something like that. A lot of consortiums in this at the beginning of this stream here. Open Gaming Consortium, Consortium of Iron, and all that sort of shit. But yeah, apparently they're joining that, where it's apparently going to be this loose conglomerate of developers, Linux developers, who will essentially just collaborate with each other, or like when one of them does a thing, then they will like share that thing that they've done with all the other members, and if any of the other members need that thing for like this specific project that they do or work with, then they can just go ahead and implement it just like that. Which and apparently CashOS is not down to clown with this consortium, because they say like it'll stymie or slow down innovation, which makes literally no sense, because it's literally just a group who like are, you know, get together and they're all working on their own shit, and then one of them just whenever one of them finishes their shit, they go, hey, I finished my shit. Does anyone need my shit? And if anyone needs their shit, then they're just like, all right, here you go, and then that's it, and then they go back to working on their own shit again. So I don't understand what CashOS has up their ass about this whole thing, but I'm wondering if that might be why Bazite like basically said like, yeah, we're not interested in fixing Waydroid on our distro, because I guess maybe they're waiting for the Lib Houdini folks or the Waydroid people to implement an actual fix for it, and then it'll get shared with them, and then they can implement it in like an update or something later on. So I'm just kind of sitting there like the Twitch you know, emote, where it's just like, I'm just sitting like, okay, I will wait and see. I will wait and see, because honestly, like, outside of the whole, outside of the, what just happened? Oh, okay. I was like, where'd my music go? It's just the next track is building itself up, putting a little bit of a slow burn at the front end. Like, honestly, outside of the Waydroid stuff, I've had no complaints about Bazite. It's only been this shit that has really agitated me and made me be like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking switch to Kashi with, you know, with all this bullshit that you guys are up to. But if Kashi is, for some whatever reason, deciding that they don't want to play nice with other people like a fucking adult, and you know, and potentially you know, the fix for Waydroid or Lib Houdini will eventually come downstream eventually into a Bazite update or something, maybe I could stick around on Bazite. It's just it's so fucking stupid. I feel myself already being pulled into the like this sort of like Linux maintainer / developer petty drama bullshit or whatever. I'm just like, oh man, I already feel myself becoming like one with the dark side, and I hate it, man. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Whichever one can offer me a better user experience for my particular needs is the one I'll go with. If it ends up maybe having to be CachyOS, then, you know, I'll jump ship when Lepton comes out. But if Bazite, you know, does manage to, you know, be cool and eventually maybe again, the libhoudini stuff ends up coming downstream, maybe I could stick around. We'll see. Wish it would burst soon, but the bubble's still here. For now, you just gotta be patient, just gotta wait. Okay, let me go ahead and kill the BGM over here. And then let's go ahead and get the FGO audio going. Okay. All right, and then Altera. There we go. All right. Good stuff. Okay, so let's see. So there. So there's the Valentine event is going to be happening, I guess, like sometime either this week or next week. Wait, when did it say? January 27th. Wait, huh? January 27th? So it's going on right now? Well, then where is it? Where is it, buddies? I don't see it anywhere. Unless I don't qualify. I probably don't qualify. It's fine. All right, you know what? It's whatever. Pre-release campaign. Oh, early February. Oh, okay. I see. All right, well, good stuff. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see about mayhaps jumping in on that when it comes around. But for now, we are staying the course, and we are going to we're gonna continue on with Tunguska. All right. So last time around, yeah, we met up with Koyanskaya, but we only fought some bullshit that she threw at us. Now I think we're about to. Are we actually going to fight her now? Yes. Oh shit. Okay, we've got a battle right off the bat. Oh, this is gonna be rough. That's right. I forgot. We ended the stream like slightly early because of the fact that I was gonna have to do another battle, and I was like, I don't know if I can handle it, man. I don't think you guys can handle it. So yeah. So I guess now we put it off for as long as we can. So now it's time. It's time to face the Reaper. Anything on the 3rd is pretty much saying it's on the 4th. Just in time for my birthday. Wow. Thanks so much, FGO. You shouldn't have. Much of the mobs were a raid as well. Good stuff. All right. Let's get into it, I guess. No point in beating around the bush. Okay. Also, I don't think I have bronchitis anymore, but this cough has just decided that it wants to stick around for some stupid reason. So now, I guess maybe it's still technically bronchitis. So I've still got like a slight cough. I'm not coughing throughout the day anymore. It's just now like whenever I put a certain type of strain on my throat, yeah, it just comes out. Very annoying. Oh, that was hilarious. I wish I'd brought a camera crew. All that build up for a complete flop. You're quite the entertainer, aren't you? I thought you were a most unusual heroic spirit. Were you a court jester or something? Damn. Right to his face. Oh boy. Oh, okay, goodbye. Ah. Alright. I was planning to have my children overwhelm you by weight of numbers, but that's not an elegant solution. Since you've put on such a good show, it's only right that I return the favor, no? So I'll play along with your game and put on a little performance of my own. Ayo, let's go. Front row seats. Oh. These chills, it feels the same as an Olympus. This body you Chaldeans once helped me discover is a bit worn out, but it should suffice for the occasion. After all, there's no great detective here this time, and I don't see any sign of Athena or Ares Cleronomia either. Oh, shucky ducky. Her magical energy readings are suddenly skyrocketing. It's just like we saw in Olympus. I'm seeing spatial erosion in your vicinity too. She really is a beast. Now, what sort of fighting forces do you have? Oh yes, there's this hilarious court jester, though I'm still not sure who you are. So it seems the only halfway decent fighters you have are the Dragon Rider and the Divine Spirit. I see the Divine Spirit as quite the nasty little sword, but it doesn't look like she's unlocked its full potential. That just leaves the pitiful imitation human girl and... Oh, right, I almost forgot. You. You're here too, aren't you, Master? I don't have any particular attachment to you personally. That black barrel of yours is a very good weapon, though. And by good, I do mean terrible. As the executive director of NFF services, I have to commend your accomplishments. But as a beast, I find you the worst sort of trash this planet has to offer. Her magical energy's still spiking higher, and the physical mass just transformed into something enormous. I can't believe the sheer mass of her spirit origin. You guys actually fought this thing back in Olympus? Thought keys, activate! In my hands lie the peerless treasured blades, encompassing geography and astronomy alike. The 8 trigrams lie within me. Yu Shu Qian, Feng Shun Zhijing. I definitely got that all right. Nailed it. Oh, wow. That was my second anti-beast noble phantasm. It's cast on my allies. I just hope this one works. You don't sound all that confident. Yeah, well, after what just happened... Snap out of it already! We've come this far together, so I'm gonna get serious again. Rawr. Oh man. Oh, she roared up and we zoomed in on her on her JPEG. Let's go. And now it's Habicat time. Call her, Master. Right. Habitrot, I need your help. Okay, you got it. So that's the beast? Whoa, she's huge. But I don't see anyone ever choosing her for a bride. She looks pretty tough, but I'm not about to let her win. The bond between Mash and Riley is even bigger than she is. Oh my. Genshin would be proud of your pronunciation? Hell yeah. Here she comes. Everyone get ready. Okay. So what is her class? Is it just assassin like she normally is? Or does it not even matter? cannot use Habitat. Great. Fantastic. Love it. Let's see. Oh no. Koyanskaya of Dark. I don't think... Oh wow, I haven't really seen this skin on her before. My goodness gracious, madam. All right, let's see. I guess I could maybe... Usually when I don't know what to go with, my team usually just ends up being Castoria, Merlin, and Morgan. So I feel like maybe I should probably do that. She's a beast, weak to Tamamo, I believe. Like all Tamamos? If she's weak to all Tamamos, then I might have a fighting chance here. Because I do have a Tamamo Lancer, Summer Tama, who is pretty good. I think I have her MP2, actually, funnily enough. If that's the case, then... let's see. You know what? We'll go ahead. We'll fight Tamamo with Tamamo. Why don't we? See. Yeah, sure. Why don't we use Lee's Koyanskaya? Habitat will help you out during the battle when Mash uses the black barrel, but only once. Orochi will join the battle and provide numerous helpful effects at regular intervals. Okay. Okay. Alright. You know what? We're gonna put Mash up here, and we're gonna put Merlin back here. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab... Oh god, look how terrible just like navigating the menus is. Okay. Where is Summer Tama? Summer Tama, where are you at, girl? There she is. Alright, let's see if we can make this work. Let's see if we can make this work. All right, you guys ready? Try not to get motion sick. Since I have the battle speed at normal speed, it shouldn't be that bad. It wasn't that bad last time, but you know, that was then, this is now. Let's see how well we can handle it here. Further increase the level of a servant. Oh, okay. Ooh. Evil of Humanity Horde. Oh dear. That is kind of cool seeing like the like multi tails in the darkness versus like the multi-head Orochi. That's pretty sick. Okay, what bullshit does she have going on? Blurry Darkness, gain resistance to Noble Phantasm attacks and gain resistance to critical attacks. Great. Gain attack advantage against human servants and defense disadvantage against demonic beast type servants. Oh, I should have brought Nero. Dang it. And then ignore sure hit and reduce attack damage to 0. Great stuff. We love to see it, I guess. Okay, and then let's go ahead and just build some MP, why don't we? Oh my god. Haze Dazzle. I thought that said like Hazel Dazzle. Jesus Christ. Was that necessary? Okay. Alright, we're gonna do this. Do this here. Okay, and then, oh my god. Oh, it's so bad. It's so terrible. Okay, now she's got evade. God damn it. She's got 5. Oh my god. but it's a chance to evade. You know what? We will take that chance. We will take that chance. Let's go for it. Let's go. Does this also increase Buster effectiveness? I think it does. Deal significant special attack damage to a single male enemy. Special attack damage increases with overcharge. Okay. All right, let's get in there and try and make something happen. Okay. Damn it. All right, come on. We're 1 for 2. Come on. Give us the good advantage. You bitch. Oh. You fucking whore. I can't believe this. Wow. Okay then. We get it. You fucking hate MASH. Jesus Christ. Well, alright then. So much for the black barrel. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, alright, and then let's see here. Ooh. Okay. Gonna do that, and then that, and then that. Come on, you bastard! Oh my god! Dude! What the... So when they said chance evade, what they basically mean is guaranteed. Great. Love it. I love to see it. Oy, oy, oy. God, I can't even tell what buffs I'm even getting at this point. And what is this bullshit that she put on us? Increase a single enemy's attack when HP reaches 0 and recover HP. Okay. Whatever, man. All right, let's do the do here. Okay, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that. God. Straight up the Olympus fight? I guess so. That's right. Get fucked. Okay. What if I just do that? It won't work, but it would be so funny if it did. Okay. Okay. Should we just do the Summertama Brave chain? I think that we maybe should. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that. Uh-huh. All right, girl, not bad, not bad, not bad. We take those, we take those. Good lord. All she knows how to do is discombobulate. 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 Okay. Okay. And then what if we do this? Oh my god, it actually worked. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. I'll take it. I will take it. Okay. And then we're gonna do some of that. And then some of that, and then some of that. Looked up, she's basically weak to servants that have demonic beast traits. Servants that are half animal. We don't count dragons, and casters resist her. God damn. Is that right? Oh, okay. I guess you're just gonna do that. I guess you're just gonna do that. Sure, why not? Okay, okay. And we're gonna do this. And then sure. I forget. Since I did the rank up quest for this, does that mean it doesn't apply apply paralyzed to me anymore. Apply invincible, increase crit strength, increase C-star drop rate, NP gain, debuff resist, HP recovery amount, and MP gauge for you set. Yes! Yes, now this skill is actually good. Let's go. Oh my god, now I can finally start investing into that skill and actually use it. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Okay. All right. We're going to do a little bit of this and then let's see. A little bit of this cuz that'll decrease her defense, and then a little bit of that. God, yeah, it sucks so much that the MP animations are fine. It's only until we get to the actual battle animations that everything just goes to shit. Also, does this decrease a charge? I think it does. It does. Well, shit. I guess I didn't need the invincibility. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Holy mother of God. 227. Let's fucking go, Tama. Come on, man. Dude, she's one of my original 5 stars, and oh my god. Oh, she still hits. She still hits hard to this day, man. God damn. Okay. 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 Alright, and then we're gonna do this. Give it to Summer Tama. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my god, this is getting rough. This is getting rough. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. I always forget she does reduce charge and it hit me back multiple times. Yeah, when you're trying to time everything perfectly. Holy mother of God, dude! She just broke her entire break bar there. God damn, girl, chill, but please don't chill. I love this. Holy fuck. Well, now we've got Castoria, so, but unfortunately, I don't know if she's going to help us out that much, except, hold. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Are we gonna be able to make this happen? Does she have some stupid guts? Hold. Curse effectiveness, immune to buffs, decreased defense. Ooh, we'll see. Here, you know what? I'm gonna put this on Summer Tama. Give her a little bit of that old invincibility. Wait, huh? Excuse me. I don't think I saw invincibility get added on there. Oh no, there it is. Okay, never mind. I can't tell with the frame rate of, you know, 5 frames per second that I've got going on here. Okay, all right, Tamamo, please, I love you so much. Please just hit her, and hit her hard. Okay, and then This fight went by way better than I thought it would. Oh, let's see. Ooh! Yeah! Let's go! Damn! Oh, Summer Tama. Oh, you're so fucking hot. Holy shit, that was amazing. Oh my god, I cannot believe that she still hasn't been power crept all this time, man. God damn. Ooh, do I still have her as my Lancer? I think I might still have her as my support list Lancer, and she deserves it. Sheesh. God damn. Yeah, and that MP2 hits. That MP2 hits. What a strange feeling. It almost feels like I'm hitting cotton candy. No, that's not quite right. There's something about her that makes my hair stand on end. I don't even know how to describe this feeling, but I don't like it. I like Ibuki's angry expression. I just really like it. She's just like. I can say this second noble phantasm of yours is working pretty well, though. I wish he had come when I did my GSSR, but alas, I have Brunhilde now. Hey, you can't complain too much about that. True, I do get the sense she doesn't like it. What do you think, Taiganglong? I suppose. However, its output is far too low. It's not even giving you 10% of the power I expected it to. And then there's the lack of feedback from our attacks. It can only mean this beast is not actually Daji's shadow. It's either just an alter ego of sorts or a clone. Nothing more. Huh? It's a little shocking to hear a mere clone is this strong, but that does explain some things, like why hitting her feels like hitting a cloud. Just dealing with a clone is taking everything I've got. Healing everyone's exhaustion is also proving difficult. That's the truth, much as I wish it wasn't. I admit it, I failed big time, and I'm usually so good about succeeding at times like this too. If a little characterization was all it took to get anywhere, we'd never have any problems at all. You're a great tactician, right? So come up with a new tactic, bro. You're right. Thank you, Master of Chaldea. Fu. Yes, you're exactly right. I am Taigang Wang. I am a hero inscribed in humanity and a great tactician who managed to defeat a massive empire. And what's more, I'm also the extraordinary hope of the Kunlun Mountains. 3,000 years ago, I was a match for the 12 golden immortals, even while I was still just a Taoist practitioner. So of course I can and will do something about this. Oh. Are you all done flailing at me now? Then I guess this is goodbye. I hope you don't mind, but I'll be letting my children take it from here. You know, the type of children that you can summon by whistling? I don't trust those children. No siree, Bob. Those children have got some the hills have eyes in them, if you get my drift. I'm detecting multiple hostiles again, and there are even more of them than we fought earlier. Uh-oh, that's not good. I recommend an immediate retreat, Master of Chaldea. Let's get out of here. Allow me then. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Damn, we have like guaranteed escape from battle? Like, oh, Pokemon trainers everywhere looking at us with envy. Huh? Yikes! How did a 3-meter beauty pop in here all of a sudden? Excuse me? Sorry about that. I didn't know I was gonna be sent here. Phew. I almost ended up in here with my mount. Good thing he turned into his spirit form in time. A simultaneous group transport spell? That must be the same Earth evasion spell you used earlier. Director Gordolf, would you mind taking control of the Shadow Border? I'd like you to get as far away from here as you can, as quickly as you can. Alright. Wait, what about you? Don't tell me you're still outside the border. Uh-oh. Well, yes, I am, actually. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. I'm going to draw Koyanskaya's children away from you so that you can put as much distance between them and you as possible. If you wouldn't mind.
But what about you?
So what? You're valiantly sacrificing yourself? How disappointing. And here I thought we could speak as equals. The last thing I need is bad melodrama.
Not at all. Me? Sacrifice myself? Of course I'd never do anything like that. Don't be ridiculous. I'm a tactician. An army's commander dying before the battle's end. Abandoning one's troops to their own devices. That would be the height of irresponsibility. Do you explain that to some modern folk who are leading troops, please? It would be doing each and every one of my soldiers a disservice and a dereliction of my duty to the world at large. So no, I'm not sacrificing myself. The truth is, this is all an illusion. I may have mass, life force, magical energy, and even a servant aura, but I myself am not actually here anymore. Oh, he pulled a Luke Skywalker. Oh, shit.
Well now, I had no idea you were such a magician. Are you sure you weren't some court jester somewhere?
Maybe I was. But just so you know, Miss Beast, I can repeat this trick as many times as it takes. Every time you decide to go after the Shadow Border, I'll help them escape in the exact same way. And if you think seeing my technique enough times will let you figure out the trick, think again. I'm very, very good at Earth evasion spells. I know over 200 of them and untold combinations thereof.
How do I know you're not just talking big?
Care to see for yourself then?
No, I'll pass. I'm out here on a lark anyway. I don't have the mental or physical energy to spare for games. I'd much rather spend my free time back home enjoying a nice siesta.
Hey, she may be evil incarnate, but she's got a point.
Of course, if you and the Chaldeans would like to come visit my headquarters, you're perfectly free to do so. I usually turn away all visitors who show up without an appointment. But as a beast, I certainly can't turn the representatives of humanity away empty-handed. So the next time we meet, I'll greet you myself rather than sending a familiar to do it. And with that, I bid you good day.
See you later then.
Has anyone ever told you you're something of an odd bird?
That's not a very nice thing to say, Miss Beast. For some reason, I love the term odd bird. I don't know what it is. It just amuses me. But if you must know, yes, I get that a lot. We'll see what happens there. But, hey, you know what? We got through that battle pretty easily, so thank God for that. So now we can go back to staring at static pictures for an hour. Oh, good stuff. Oh boy, oh boy, boy. Man, that sure was embarrassing, huh? Foo-foo! After all my big talk about how I would handle her myself, my anti-beast noble phantasm did nothing. I'm sorry. Cheer up, we never would have made it out of there alive if it wasn't for you. That is technically true.
Master is right. None of us would be here right now if it wasn't for your Earth evasion spell. So please don't be so hard on yourself, Taigong Wang. We're all grateful for your help.
He is aware that he was a married man, but still was into the beautiful nation destroyer fox lady. I mean, can we blame him?
Besides, I was really hoping to avoid any further fighting back there anyway. You did great, Taigong Wang.
Indeed, it was a bad matchup, that's all. And who can blame you, since it's Koyanskaya we're dealing with here?
Man, even when he fucks up, even when he fails and is revealed to be a complete and total flop, Everyone still just lines up to...
You're the reason we didn't suffer any casualties or any damage to the shadow border. Not to mention that we survived to have this conversation in the first place. So do cheer up, my good man. As far as I'm concerned, you're every bit the Taoist I thought you were.
Foo-foo. Well, that's good news for you, huh, Taigung Wang? They definitely wouldn't have let you get away with that failure that colossal in Kiev, that's for sure. If you were a bogatir, you'd be dead from sheer mortification in the Sun Prince's court. Good thing you're not, huh?
Ouch. Are you throwing a pity party for yourself, Taigung Wang? Is that it? How lame.
Ahem. I know my credibility is in the gutter, but there's no sense in dwelling on my many mistakes at this point. Like, he's just like, are you throwing yourself a pity party? Anyway, moving on. Oh, hey, what's good, Drew? Hope you're doing good tonight. Hope your Saturday is treating you well. Appreciate you stopping in. You got to miss the battle, so you didn't have to get motion sick watching it. So I'd say that you came in at the perfect time. What's more, it's thanks to my grievous errors in judgment that I can now say something with new clarity.
What's that?
It's about her, Koyanskaya. Fair-faced golden fox, the Millennium Fox spirit known as Daji, who brought disaster and calamity to China 3,000 years ago, ushering in the end of the Shang dynasty as a beast and evil of humanity.
Some say she's one of the major figures behind Tamamo no Mai, one of the 3 great monsters of Japan.
Right, although Tamamo no Mai continues to deny that. Why don't we just leave Tamamo no Mai out of this, huh? Things are complicated enough already.
How can we leave her out of it when literally we have to bring her into it in order to have any shot at beating her? Thank you. Good, lag is horrendous. It is indeed. Evening, how goes the game's performance? Any scuff yet? Oh, mountains of scuff. Oceans of scuff. The Mariana Trench has been filled up with all of the scuff that continues to pile up. Again, we're just waiting for Lepton at this point. Also, your boy's got rain code. Wait, you went and bought rain code? You watched the entirety of me play through the game, and now you're gonna play it yourself? I mean, hey, you know what? Good on you. If you want to experience it for yourself, obviously watching someone play and actually playing yourself are 2 completely different things. But hey, you know what? If you, I'm glad that you liked the game enough to go ahead and get it. So nice, good stuff. Somehow it worked out. Yeah, the battle was actually pretty easy, all things considered. Granted, if Lee had not given me insight as to her weaknesses to exploit, it would not have gone that well. I guarantee. Up to this point, my hypothesis was that the being you call Tamamavich Koyanskaya was actually Daji, now transformed into a heroic spirit after her death. That is the assumption under which I materialized and prepared my special anti-beast noble phantasm. Also, since you guys weren't here earlier, I did talk about how I went and saw Iron Lung, you know, the Markiplier movie. And I gave it like a solid 6 out of 10. It was a good time, and if you've either played the game or you happen to like Markiplier or you're just curious about the movie in general, I could recommend checking it out. It was a decently good time. I know I watched the stream, but still it's good to see if there are some things you might have missed. Oh, I definitely did. I didn't do any. I maybe did, like, I don't know, 10 15% of like the side quests that you can go off and do. There's also like these the version that I got, like you can do like these some sort of detective case files or something like that. I guess it shows you like extra scenes with certain characters. I haven't actually looked at them myself, so I don't know what they're like or how they play out, if they're voiced or anything like that. But you know, I guess if you liked a certain character and you wanted to see more, you wanted to see them have more screen time, even though like each of them got to have like a full chapter where, you know, they were essentially the dual protagonist of the game, then yeah, you can go ahead and check all that out. However, your second noble phantasm had some effect on her, but your first didn't work at all. The first was supposed to hit her on the inside, and the second was supposed to hit her on the outside. But the second was the only one that worked, and at less than 10% of the effect I originally envisioned to boot. So the noble phantasms you created with Daji's shadow in mind had no effect whatsoever on her inside.
Then that must mean...
Indeed. My second noble phantasm had some effect on Koyanskaya thanks to her resemblance to Daji, but since the resemblance was only surface level, my first had no effect at all. That, in turn, can only mean... the beast we face is not, in fact, Daji's shadow. Although Koyanskaya does look a lot like her, they actually have no connection whatsoever. They are completely separate beings. So does that mean Tamamo is correct, then? She doesn't have anything to do with Daji? Well then, I guess we all owe her a massive apology. Okay. We are continuing on. Again, no battles, so yeah, we don't have to get seasick. You love to see it. Section 11, Affection Descends. Oh yeah. God damn, this is apparently back from 2023. I am playing the game like 3 years behind where it's supposed to be. Man, jeez. Yes, I am. Goddamn. I thought she was beautiful. I knew I had to fight her. I knew I had to kill her. This fearsome beast stole into the dying Shang dynasty, led King Zhao's heart astray, and performed all manner of horrific atrocities. The fair-faced golden fox had grown into a powerful monster, far beyond what even Nuwa, the mother goddess herself, had envisioned, and was now prepared to swallow all of humanity whole. Both Lord Yuanshi Tianjun, the greatest divine Xian ever, and Shi Wangmu, Queen Mother of the West, declared her to be a great evil that threatened peace and tranquility all over the world. She was a beast, catastrophe with a will of its own. I steeled myself to fight her, kill her. I understood that my feng shun, my god-sealing techniques may not work on her even if I used all my strength. I knew I had to defeat her, even if it meant risking everything. My treasured twin blades, my 8 trigrams, my fire and lightning, and my very life. I understood all of that, I did. And yet, she was just so fucking hot.
Okay, I'm going to kill you now. Oh yes, I'm going to kill you. To defy me is to defy King Zhao, so you can only be a wicked, irredeemable insurgent. Now die. And not just you. Your parents, your siblings, your wife, your children, all of them. I want each and every one of them to die slow, horrible deaths. Go on then. Die.
Evil laughter. Ah. Oh. Oh dear. Loud, scornful laughter. A brutal, cold-blooded massacre. The tragedy that unfolded before my eyes was so horrific to behold, so far removed from reality, that I honestly thought I was living in a nightmare. The river of blood that gushed from the newly dead bodies almost seemed as though it was swallowing the ground beneath it. Again, after I saw Iron Lung, this is a pitiful amount of blood. And there, amid the ocean of blood, she laughed and laughed and laughed. Then, when she was finally done,
that was fun.
that's all she said. As for me, seeing her standing there like that, all I could think was, I can fix her. Actually, beautiful. Even though the woman I was looking at was beyond pure evil, utterly devoid of reason and morals, I still couldn't help but see her as a solitary, exquisite flower. Flower that could only fully bloom in a river of blood. Dude, this man is a simp. An irredeemable simp. Like, just being a simp isn't in and of itself bad. If you're an irredeemable simp, though, like when your fucking Oshi pulls some shit and you don't have the balls, you don't have the temerity, you don't have the, free autonomy and will and agency to be able to, like, look at them and say, no, you fucked up, then you have no balls, my guy. You suck. You just suck. He knows what he likes. He knows what he's all about. And he's gonna send her a red super chat tomorrow just to prove a point. Despite knowing I would eventually have to cut off that beast's head, I still couldn't help but find her beautiful. This man is so unserious. He did eventually deal with her. If you say so. What? We've already got another battle? Ah, shit. Well, alright. Goddamn. Might as well be a red super. Yeah, we know that she likes that color. I'm sorry, would you mind if I double-checked something? You said Koyanskaya suffered a blow from Kernunos in the British Lost Belt, correct? Could you tell me exactly what happened there again? So she protected Chaldea from Kernunos, but you're not really clear on why. And she seemed to have done it deliberately rather than by happenstance or accident.
That's right.
Nodders. Time to brace for lag. Hell yeah. Get your seasickness meds ready. I see. I knew it. I really did screw up. Screw? Once again, I am so sorry. I should have paid closer attention to my feeling that something was off, no matter how slight it may have been. I'd nearly convinced myself that her suffering an injury by protecting someone other than herself was no more than sheer coincidence. But no, I was wrong. She may be a shadow, but she's absolutely not Daji. I should have realized that sooner. This has been a truly pathetic showing on my part. Koyanskaya and Daji are completely separate beings. Now I can say with certainty that while Koyanskaya does resemble the fair-faced golden fox, she is not, in fact, her.
Really? Then you're saying Koyanskaya, the immature beast we've been pursuing all this time, and the fair-faced golden fox, the nine-tailed millennium spirit, have nothing to do with each other?
That's right. Koyanskaya has undoubtedly modeled her appearance after Daji's, but deep down they are completely different beings. They have just spent the past, like, 2 paragraphs just saying the same thing. And people wonder why FGO scripts end up being like the size of 12 phone books.
I see.
The Daji you knew who helped bring about the fall of the Shang dynasty 3,000 years ago. You're positive she was the fair-faced golden fox, right?
Absolutely. Daji was definitely the fair-faced golden fox, the Millennium Fox spirit. She was a great specter who ignored the goddess Nua's orders to quickly bring about the end of the Shang dynasty, and instead let her evil nature run wild, killing and torturing innocent people. Okay, hold on a second. I need to go back over all these lines. I need you guys to, like, really hear what has all been said over all of this text. Okay? Like, listen. Listen here. Let's see. I was wrong. She may be a shadow. She's absolutely not Daji. Koyanskaya and Daji are completely separate beings. I can say with certainty that while Koyanskaya resembles the fair-faced golden fox, she is not in fact her. Then you're saying Koyanskaya and the fair-faced golden fox have nothing to do with each other. That's right. Koyanskaya has modeled her appearance after Daji, but they are completely different beings. Look how much fucking text has been dedicated to saying the same thing like 3 or 4 different times. This is fucking ridiculous. You boys need to shut up. Stop talking in circles. At least it's not Wua level of RPG talk. I mean, like, I'd be fine with RPG talk if everything only gets said once. Also, this is JP talk. Yes, but it shouldn't be like this. Like, I've played Higurashi. I know that, like, for whatever reason, Japanese writing loves to do this. Just loves to grind the same point into the ground over and over and over and over and over again. That doesn't make it any better. Stop it. We heard you the first time. We heard you the second time. We heard you the third time. We can move on now, please. Like, I'll just say it. That's an element of Japanese writing that's awful. It sucks. Don't do it. Stop it. Go to a creative writing class where they will tell you, you know, did no one ever teach them over there that, like, you know, you don't want to be using the same word over and over again in, like, quick succession? Like, you know, they should have also expanded upon that and been like, once you state the point, move on. Move on to another point. Like, for God's sakes. We heard you for the millionth time. Yes, but are you sure you wouldn't benefit from 1,000,001 times? Just going once, going twice, you know, just to make sure. Just to make absolutely sure. Are we all on the same page here? Jesus. Anyway, Daji was a ferocious and powerful being, a 9-tailed beast so beautiful she brought a nation to ruin. I must say this is quite the pickle. I thought the whole reason I materialized here was to rid the world of her once again. I really believed it was the will of Lady Nua and the Sage World that I bring Daji's shadow to justice. But I couldn't have been more wrong. So what you're saying is, please do not say it again. Oh, wait. This is a different point. Okay. No, before we were saying that Koyanskaya and Daji weren't the same. Now we're saying Koyanskaya and Tamamo are not the same. So if that is the case, then Tamamo is actually linked to Daji. No, wait. I thought we just established that she wasn't. I can't remember. My brain has now been filled with the fact that Koyanskaya and Daji are not the same person. Koyanskaya isn't actually a Tamamo?
I have to remind you, Senpai, Tamamo no Mai kept insisting that she isn't Daji.
Huh? What's this now? Since when is Tamamo a category? I know this may be a big ask, but please try not to confuse me any more than strictly necessary.
Dude, you know that what? Gordy, how long have you been here? You know that there are Tama faces. You know there are Saber faces. You know there are Rin faces and Sakura faces and Ilya faces. You know this. What are you talking about? Are you the commander of Chaldea? What's going on here?
You don't look so good, Director. Easy there. Deep breaths.
Here, have some water.
Oh, thanks.
Ugh.
Ah. Wow, that's really good.
You know what? We should all hydrate check.
Ah, wow, that's really good.
Alright. It's from a stream in the life zone. It's nice and cold and so clean it practically sparkles if you hold it up to light. It's just the thing to help you relax. Here, have some more.
Ah. Huh. You know, I think I do feel calmer now.
I'm saying, man. I'm saying, if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling anxious or stressed or angry or anything like that, if you drink yourself a tall glass of cold water, you will be amazed by like how much it legitimately actually feels like it just cools you off. See? What?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking how considerate you are. You'd make a good mother.
Like I said, I could do just about anything. Can she be my mommy? Please? Though that doesn't mean I can do everything.
What? I don't get it.
Woo. Oh, you want some water too? Here. Foo-foo.
There we go. Okay, now that the director's feeling better, let's get back to the subject at hand.
Agreed. Let's go over everything we know. Tamamo and Koyanskaya have nothing to do with each other. Actually, people that pulled Koyanskaya and read profiles already knew it, basically. I mean, her name is literally Tamamo. So, I mean, that's not technically correct. And also, you said that she was weak to Tamamos, and she was weak to Koyanskaya. I kid you not, her Bond 5 profile straight up says, those aren't fox ears, those are rabbit ears. That sounds like the biggest load of cope I've ever heard. First, we can now say that Koyanskaya is not a divided spirit of Daji, nor is she another aspect of her. We can also rule out the idea that she may be a caricature of her in heroic spirit form. There is no longer any doubt about any of that. Yet, what's equally certain is that Koyanskaya clearly has modeled herself to resemble the fair-faced golden fox.
You do have a good reason for thinking that, right?
I do.
I hope you know what you're talking about this time, Taigang Wang. We can't afford a repeat of our last engagement.
Rest assured, I have every intention of redeeming myself. I'm basing this assertion on her personality, her actions, how poorly my spells worked on her, and her tails. Her tail is very distracting, I will say.
Her tails, huh?
Swinging her own tail around. That's cute. Foo-foo. At this point, she already has enough magical energy to reach full maturity as a beast. Given how strong her familiar clone was, that much is certain. And yet, she still has yet to fully mature. Why is that? I believe it's because she sees the fair-faced golden fox with all 9 tails as the standard she must strive for.
Trying to get new tails, huh? Yeah, I could see that.
While we're on the subject, this is just a thought I had, but I suspect her tails may in fact be her various acquisitions from the Lost Belts. Point Sky's tails are made up of things like Yagas and Kali? Ew! That's right. Ew! I believe that she is recording information from each of the Lost Belt's creatures into her tails during the process of turning them into her lost kin.
What are you talking about?
I think you might have skipped something important. Mind filling us in?
Basically, she's a poser trying to look like Tamamo and stole her name even. Is that right? So she stole Daji's looks and then she stole Tamamo's name. Wow. Yeah, that is kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie, Koyanskaya. Why don't you get your own identity, baby girl? As far as I can tell, she currently weighs several 100,000 tons, which is about the same as any kaiju, or me, as I believe you call them nowadays. That much? While her mass may not be as immediately obvious as the amount of magical energy she possesses, it is definitely there, and definitely, well, massive. It's the weight of her very existence. So I think she may have gotten there by taking in information from 6 different Lost Belts through her lost kin, transmuting that information into her tails and using them to grow to her current state. But she only had 5 tails earlier.
If that clone was just a recreation of herself from Olympus, that would explain why it had only 5 tails. It's also possible she still only has 5, though.
Oh?
She lost one of them in Britain.
Oh. God, I can't even remember this happening.
It was during a battle in Britain's Lake District. I remember Muramasa saying that Melusine destroyed one of her spirit cores.
I see. Still, in terms of her growth, or rather her beast spirit origin, that doesn't change the fact that she acquired 6 tails. Anyway, we can just set that aside for now. Killing or burning a spirit origin with that much sheer mass will be no easy feat. I won't say it'll take the same amount of power as destroying 6 Lost Belts, but it will definitely require a lot of resources. Naru to the Hodo.
So there's a good chance we need a literal ton of firepower, huh? Damn it, if only the Excalibur cannon was ready. And after I ordered a new pair of sunglasses, too.
God damn it. When am I finally gonna go back to fucking normal, man? I am tired of having whatever the fuck is going on back there. What's up, boy? What do you want to say? Say it. Yes?
Haven't noticed you're smiling, Taigong? Let me guess, you still have another trick up your sleeve, don't you?
Well, just spit it out. I'm trying, girl. I get that you're scared to say more than that after that colossal screw up, but you should still come clean with us anyway. Hold on. Let's see here. There we go. Cool. All right. Thing right now that Taigong's next trick is gonna fail again. Most likely. Also, okay, I'll go ahead and actually delete the... this. Even though, like, since I banned them, they should just delete. Oh well, whatever. These bots are endless. They weren't around for a long while, so I don't know why they're like coming back up. I guess like another bot campaign is going on again. Go on, show us what kind of dirty, underhanded schemes you're really capable of. I wish you'd stop talking about me as though I were some kind of devious schemer. Alright, yes, it's true. I do have a way to do something about Koyanskaya.
Wow, you do, huh?
Foo-foo.
That's great. Honestly, I was getting a little worried. We just saw for ourselves that Koyanskaya can generate basically infinite combat beasts and Lostkin and send them into battle whenever she likes, right? So we'd just be setting ourselves up for failure if we headed to the center without a good plan. To be honest, I was seriously considering whether we should just abandon the mission and get out of this place as soon as possible.
Morningstar, course change. Make your heading the house of this place.
Already done. I can basically tell we were leading up to that.
Good. Hang on, shouldn't you at least wait until your commander actually issues an order?
Yeah, because the same message of adding them on Discord. Yeah. I do think we should make our way to Koyanskaya's stronghold rather than run away. My first anti-beast noble phantasm may have been a complete dud, and my second one may have not been much better. But even so, I promise you all that I will find a way to resolve this mess. In fact, I already have a solution in mind.
I take it from your confidence that we can expect results this time?
Absolutely. I know my anti-beast noble phantasm missed the mark entirely earlier because I created it on the false premise that Koyanskaya was Daji's shadow. But no matter how enormous or powerful a beast she may be, she is still immature, which means we have room to develop a strategy to defeat her. Even if we don't know who she truly is, we can still make a plan to bring her down for real this time. I can't say for certain that it will be very effective against her, but I can say I do have one more trick up my sleeve. Also, we're supposed to be doing a battle. I think you would be forgiven for forgetting that there's supposed to be a battle happening, right? Like during this node. Defiant.
Whoa, what incredible confidence. I tend to be extremely pessimistic and cautious, and even I feel like I can put my full trust in you.
Foo-foo. I get it. We hit her as hard as we can, right? That does usually solve most problems. I'm afraid brute force isn't the answer to everything, Nikitich. That's just how the world is. Huh? That does not compute in my kitty brain. Then I don't get what you're saying. Oh, she actually did basically just say that. I admit it's built on inferences stacked upon inferences, but that aside, would you all mind coming closer so I can whisper this next part to you?
Okay.
Foo-foo. I don't think he was talking to you, furball, but I guess we can't kick you out now.
Foo's part of the team too. Besides, we shouldn't be excluding anyone at this point.
Indeed. Now then, let me put up a soundproof bounded field for good measure. Pause. Remember, we're inside a reality marble. According to the clock tower in the west, reality marbles are one of the crowning achievements of magecraft, and they vary wildly in practice and usage. Some say there isn't a single trait they share aside from being bounded fields, but I believe it's better to be safe than sorry. Besides, it sounded as though Koyanskaya is aware of everything that takes place inside her reality marble. And speaking of reality marbles, my last trick hinges on the assumption that we're in one. Now then, if I may. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Oh shit! We're gonna see the plan come to fruition in our own time. I always like that. I always like when, it's the 11th hour and the characters are like, listen up, I've got a plan. And then we don't hear the plan. So that, because then it's kind of exciting, because then you're like, oh shit, oh, what's the plan? And then usually that means it ends up working. Like maybe the very last step in the plan ends up getting tripped up, and then you have to improvise a little bit. But for a little bit, You know, we're firing on all cylinders. We're going full tilt, and everything looks awesome, and we look super cool and dope, and looking like we know what we're doing. So yeah, that should be a good time.
All right, we're coming up on the death zone. Field team, I'm counting on you to fend off any combat beasts that get too close.
Huh? You mean we're not going to go through the much safer life zone? We already know the Lost Kins patrol route, so wouldn't it make more sense to stick as close to the life zone as possible?
Take a look at the mission map. That is the whole center. We're headed clearly on the death zone side. Believe me, I wish it wasn't stuck to the life zone as much as I could on the way here. So on that note, rally mash.
Got it. The fade away to black before saying the plan always works out. Exactly.
Right.
It's best if the Shadow Border maintains a steady pace. If we run into any packs of combat beasts that threaten to get in our way, I'll use my Feng Shu to send the field team out to deal with them and bring them back when they're done. If we just keep that up...
Gotcha. That should let us reach the center without losing any speed.
Straight up saying the plan on screen fails 90% of the time. Exactly. Your plan has to be Chadley enough to not need to be heard.
Man, the Earth evasion spell of yours is super handy.
Ha 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 ha! It is, isn't it? There's a reason my Earth evasion was said to be tactical level Feng Shu, you know. There you go, getting a big hit again.
Well, what's wrong with that? I think he's earned the right to brag a little.
Fair. Okay, everyone, get ready to face another swarm of combat beasts.
Right.
Well, that didn't take long. We got multiple hostiles 500 meters away, and from the opposite direction. Looks like it's their combat beasts. We got some big ones.
All right, then, let's get started. Earth evasion. Okay, I saw that there was apparently some rulers in here. That's odd. So I guess am I actually gonna take a Avenger? I am. Oh man, Jalter gets to shine once again. Okay. And then we need us a caster. Now hold. I could also grab an alter ego. But why would I do that? Okay. Yeah, no, we'll just grab a caster. I mean, we're gonna bring in casters for support anyway. Let's see. So we definitely need to bring. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring Merlin here. Okay, and then up here we're gonna grab Jalter. Where you at, girl? Oh wait, I saw her. There she is. Oh yeah, I forgot that Spishy is also an Avenger. You know what? I should probably maybe grab Spishy instead. You could go full berserker. It won't backfire, surely. Yes, of course. And full berserker teams always come out on top, as we all know. Let me see. Whoopsie daisy. All right, let me move Mash back here. And then you know what? It's been a second. So, let's take Waver. Let's take Waver, why don't we? All right. And then move this over here. And wait, actually, maybe we should go full Zerker. Not Zerker, full Buster is what I'm talking about. In which case, I would probably want to bring like Koyanskaya, ironically enough. Yeah, you know what? Or Ash? I don't even remember what Ash does. Hold on. I hate that I can already see the lag on the character roster. Oh, hell yeah, you can. Let's see. Decrease defense for all enemies. Deal heavy special attack as well. AoE. And then, what does their skills do again? Attack, slightly increase, blah, 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 blah. For all allies, increase MP strength for yourself. Okay. Yeah, Ash is is she like Buster Castoria? I don't think she's necessarily like that, but I mean, she does have a fair degree of support utility. So you know what? Why not? Why not? Let's try her out. Okay. Also, hold. Let me go ahead and switch out her CE here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Go with that one. Or Nah, we'll go with that one. That's fine. All right. Let's go. You guys ready? You guys are ready for this? I know you are. Love the party name Nasty Women. Yeah, that shows you how long I've been playing this fucking game. Cause yeah, I played it when the 2016 presidential election was was ramping up, and it was literally just after like the whole thing of Donald Trump calling Hillary Clinton a nasty woman. So I just went and called my team Nasty Women, even if I have male servants on there. Alrighty, let's get to it. Okay, and we'll do this. Alright, and then oh boy. Okay. And then, let's see. And then, how much does this, I forget how much this increases my shit. It's fine though, it's fine. Alright, let's just go in there, why don't we? Or we could do this. They do all have guts too, so that's gonna be annoying, but it's fine. Get fucked. Little bit of overkill mayhaps, or maybe I just don't know the meaning of the word. Oh, too bad for you. Good lord. Okay. Okay. Alright. We're gonna do... Oh boy. We're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. My god, it's so bad. Good lord. Can't even tell what's happening. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, so what we're gonna do here. We're actually gonna come back here. and mess this boy up real quick. Why don't we? Wham. Bam. Thank you, ma'am. Pew, 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 pew. God damn. They only give me like one ruler at a time. All right, you know what? It's fine. Let's go ahead and get Spishy going. It did overkill, but they had a second wind. They did indeed. Okay. All right. Go ahead and do this. We're gonna do Buster. All right. Here we go. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do that. All right, Spishy. Clear house, except you're not going to because they have guts on, so it's fine though. Holy hell, why did she hit so hard? Oh, so yeah, they only come out when the rulers are when the rulers are all done. Okay. And then what if I do this? Hell yeah, boy. Let's go. Okay. All right, we're going to do that. And then we're going to do that, and then we're going to do that. That's such a cool MP animation. What if I just keep killing the assassins and never kill the ruler? Would I just never get new rulers? No, I don't think so, bud. Okay. Then we'll do this. A little bit of that. Okay. And let's see here. We'll also do this. And we're gonna do a little bit of that. And a little bit of that. And then a little bit of that. There's 4 enemies remaining, including the ones on the field. Yes. We are whittling them down, fortunately. That's right. I am a devil, bitch. Ultimate goddess of Bimu. Bye-bye. Yeah, I think if I only ever killed the assassins, I would only get replacement assassins and never see any rulers. Okay. Alright. And then we're gonna come back here. Let's see. We're gonna do that. And we're gonna do that. And then that. Oh, what the fuck? Wait. How come it didn't go back to the front of the lineup? That didn't make any sense. Oh. Oh. Oh shit. I didn't know Merlin had guts. Sucks to suck, Merlin. Okie dokie. Hell yeah. Let's... Okay, then I think we are all set to go. Spishy Brave Chain, let's go. See you later, asshole. Oh, you want some more? Okay, then you get a full Brave Chain. You could have made this easier on yourself. You could have just gone gently into that good night, but you wanted to be a hero. And look what it got you. An ass beating. Nice. All right. So, yeah, it was tolerable. Okay? It could have been a lot worse. What the hell? NFF headquarters? Really? Okay, let's try and finish out this this section here, and then we'll call it there for the evening. There goes one gently into that good night. Yes. Rage against the dying of the light.
Well, we did. We somehow made it through. And there's our destination. Wait, what the?
What? What are you seeing? Let me have a look. Huh?
Foo.
Is that an office building?
Oh, it's a literal office building. Jesus Christ.
I'm not seeing any more hostiles nearby. It looks like there aren't any at all within scanning range. I thought we'd have to fight our way through even more combat beasts than ever to get to Koinskaya's HQ, but instead it's so quiet. There's nothing here at all. Not so much as a magical energy signal that could plausibly be a lost kin.
We know she defended Chaldea from Kernonos in Britain, so perhaps she truly is exhausted and just wants to recuperate somewhere quiet. At least that's one possibility. Who cares? If there's no army to get in our way, then we can just go right into her castle. That's all that matters. Dragon!
I'm ready.
Mesh, really?
Right.
I'm good to go. If you look, every enemy that Koinskaya deploys has NFF tattooed on them. How quaint. She brands them. That's the spirit. Shiju Xiong.
Momo.
When did that animal get in here?
I do beg your pardon. I do beg your pardon, partner. But I just need somewhere to store my little tapir. You know how it is with them tapirs, don't you? You just gotta roll with the punches, don't you know? I do beg your pardon. I normally have him stay in his spirit farm. Farm? What is wrong with me? Why can't I fucking talk? But if we're headed to our final confrontation, it's easier to have him come along. My mount definitely wouldn't fit in here. Oh well. Okay, that's everyone headed to the front line. Be ready for anything. The enemy's castle is right in front of us, and we know its king is inside. Our job is to make it to the throne room, no matter what. Now let's go! Bogatyrs, charge!
Let's do this.
When did Taigang Wang turn western? Oh, the west, infecting my precious animal. I won't lie, that's a pretty good logo. That's a pretty good corpo logo. In the middle of the desolate wasteland, the beast's throne towered over the onlookers. Here sits the great palace. Its ruler holds dominion over the zones of life and death. 60 degrees, 55 north, 101 degrees, 57 east. The center of the reality marble. Ground zero for the massive explosion that devastated all life for kilometers around over 100 years ago. This imposing tower's name is... Oh, I was not expecting that. Okay. It's literally an office building. Yeah, and a really boring looking one at that.
Welcome, distinguished guests. Welcome to the Velvet Room. To the Nine Fox Foundation's headquarters. My name is PB. I am the only pseudo-life form in this place that has been endowed with the ability to speak. On behalf of NFF's CEO, I am more than happy to serve as your guide today. Huh?
That's a surprise. I wasn't expecting the guard to be so polite.
May I ask your names, distinguished guests?
A rabbit.
Yes, senpai. He appears to be a, humanoid rabbit.
What a relief. I'll gladly take a talking rabbit over more silent lost kin or combat beasts. Nice to meet you, PB. I am Taigang Wang, and these fine people are from Chaldea. And I'm Dobrynya Nikitich.
Chaldea party, Lord Taigang Wang, and Lady Dobrynya Nikitich. Understood. It seems you don't have an appointment, but I'll check whether the CEO will see you. Please follow me.
K. Ooh. Mo.
Can't say I saw this coming, but at least it looks like we won't have to fight our way in.
But keep your guard up all the same. We could be walking into an ambush.
Really doesn't feel like an ambush, though. We'll do our best to stay alert. I agree. Better safe than sorry. It's wonderful that the enemy is apparently willing to hear us out, of course, but Lord Gorodolf makes an excellent point. Maybe I better cast another defensive spell or two, just to be extra safe. You're such a worrywart, Taigang Wang. Then again, I guess I can't blame you after that colossal screw-up. Thanks.
Is everything all right? Then please, follow me. Oh, right. Coming. Thank you. Now, if you'll please enter through the front doors. NFF is a private military corporation that provides whatever services our customers may need. Our headquarters' defensive systems are, in a word, perfect. In particular, the walls near the main entrance have been built with embedded large and small gun beasts, giving them the firepower of an entire tank squadron. So please do stay close to me. It would be quite the disaster if any of you were to approach the building without authorization.
Foo.
Oh, now that you mention it, I do sense a ton of magical energy signals near the entrance.
Really dragging Taigang in the dirt. I mean, he kind of deserves it a little bit.
Gun beasts embedded in the walls, huh? He must be talking about the combat beasts. So then, does that mean if we were to go on the offensive here, we'd be staring down the muzzles of countless guns from the walls?
Yikes.
I don't even want to imagine it.
And here I thought it just looked like a fancy modern day office building. I never would have guessed it was built with such lethal defenses.
Indeed it was. Now, if you would all kindly form 2 lines. That's it. Thank you. Now, let me show you to the hall.
I gotta say, the Igor voice that I decided to give old PB here, along with his face, honestly kind of creeping me out. I think I made him even creepier than I think he was already.
Right this way.
What is that? Is that the sound of him walking? Now those are some fancy footsteps.
The CEO can usually be found in her office. She generally prefers not to leave it these days for personal reasons. She did agree to come greet you in the hall herself after I told her of your arrival, though.
It doesn't look like he called her or anything like that. Do you think they were using a kind of telepathy?
Most likely, yes. Mr. PB there is almost certainly one of her familiars.
Here we are. This is NFF headquarters, Grand Central Hall. If you'll kindly wait here, the CEO will see you shortly. I hope your negotiations will help lead this world to a brighter future. Not that I have any will or self-awareness of my own, of course. Now then, if you'll excuse me.
Thanks, PB. You were a great guide. I hope we'll see you again sometime.
I don't. Thanks, PB. Take care. Somehow expect PB to have a British accent.
The pleasure was all mine. Farewell, humans.
He put a lot of stank on that humans. Oh, look who it is!
To be perfectly honest, I'm a little surprised. You do know that you're inside a reality marble, yes? And that I can create as many kin and beasts as I please? I showed you all as much before, and you had no choice but to flee with your tails between your legs. The gap between our fighting forces is measured in miles. But here you are anyway. Does that mean you have some delightful new idea you're going to show me then?
Now, first I must thank you for agreeing to speak with us. As a matter of fact, we're surprised as well. Both that you're here chatting with us like this, and that you created someone like Lord PB. I never would have dreamed you would create anything that spoke human language in this world. All this time I was convinced you detested humanity. That you hated everything about humans, really.
Oh, I do. But that doesn't mean I don't see their value. Regardless of my personal feelings towards someone, I will always respect notable accomplishments. Granted, in humanity's case, such accomplishments are extremely few and far between, but they do exist. That is why I created PB. You know, I have to thank you too for speaking to him as an equal. I'm rather fond of him as well, you see.
Extremely few and far between. I wonder who she's talking about.
It's hard to imagine who she could mean. I'd really like to know too.
Foo-foo. Extremely few and far between, I see. It's a shame I'm not one of them, Miss Tomamovich Koyenskaya.
Oh my. You're calling me Koyenskaya now? After you insisted on calling me by another woman's name earlier?
That's right. I'm afraid I was mistaken before. But ignorance is no excuse. I was terribly rude to you earlier, and for that I'm truly sorry. I, Taigong Wang Lushang, sincerely hope you will accept my humble apology, Miss Koyenskaya.
Well now, you really meant that, didn't you? I'm touched. But let me guess. Behind the hand you extend in a peaceful gesture, the other hand is reaching for a hidden gun, right? That's how humans hunt. They're duplicitous by nature. Am I wrong, Mr. Taigong Wang?
I assure you, I have no ulterior motives here. Getting someone's name wrong repeatedly is incredibly rude. I'm also told another Chinese hero made the same mistake before me, albeit in a lost belt. I know I can't truly apologize on their behalf, but I am genuinely sorry that happened.
All right. I accept your apology. Besides, courtesy is one of the few virtues you humans have. Whatever happens, I can promise you I won't torment you before killing you. Yes? Something on your mind?
One of our few virtues, huh? You may be right about that. As primates, humanity may be the dominant species on the planet, but we also consume untold resources in order to maintain our civilization. Yeah, we are quite wasteful and inefficient. Just living our lives results in the deaths of many other living things. If we think of human nature as a sin, a monster that consumes resources far more quickly than they can be renewed, then the few virtues our civilizations, societies, and cultural exchanges have created must absolutely pale in comparison.
Indeed. No accomplishments you could ever manage will ever make up for your monstrous nature. You're no more than apes who changed your biosphere from a symbiotic cycle to one of endless consumption. No, that's an insult to apes. Even to them, humans may as well be aliens. Even though you feel guilty about the harms you inflict on your fellow higher animals, you still see every last one of them as things to be consumed.
Bro. Yes, sir. Isn't that something? Yeah. We look at all other animals as just something to be consumed. And then, on top of that, we give arbitrary moral consideration to some of them and not to others because we think they're cute.
Though I suppose the way you at times seem so courteous is just one more reason you humans are truly irredeemably villains.
You're a vegan and you can agree to that? Indeed. Hey, you know what? If we were all vegan, she wouldn't have an issue with us.
Even taking all your good and bad into account, on balance, you utterly disgust me. And now that you've traveled my world, my reality marble, surely you must understand what I live for, no? Surely you understand why I support the foreign god's invasion, even as I pursue my own goals outside her purview.
You want to see humankind be wiped out.
Oh my, you really do understand. Make no mistake, my objective, my very raison d'etre, is the extinction of humankind. But that doesn't mean I want to exterminate them myself. Far too much of a hassle. I'm perfectly happy to let the foreign god handle that. I truly don't care if we're talking about humanity and the Lost Belts or proper human history, it's all the same to me. All I want is to enjoy myself as I watch them die out.
You know what? I can kind of understand her because all I want is to be able to enjoy myself watching all the AI companies and tech bros and CEOs I want to see the life leave their eyes when the AI bubble bursts, and I can just enjoy the schadenfreude of watching them all fall into despair. Maybe I'm a fucking beast.
I want to see that insignificant, self-important bunch of walking egos scream, sob, and struggle.
Same.
As their numbers are reduced until there's only one left, crying helplessly as their own life is snuffed out. That's what I want to see with my own two eyes. You can even call it my aesthetic if you like. How else could I possibly assess just how miserable, meaningless, and insignificant the last remnants of humankind will be?
Wouldn't that be a lovely sight? It would. According to her Bond CE, one of the people she looks up to is the creator of Playboy. Yeah? I mean, with the amount of outfits that she wears, maybe. Goddamn, I haven't thought of Hugh Hefner in like a decade or something. Jeez.
Can you imagine any other form of life accumulating such wonderful technology and knowledge in only a few dozen millennia? Only to then meet such an ignominious end? They ruin their lands, reserve no pity for even their own people, divide themselves into selfish factions, and in the end, all they have to show for it is a biosphere where the obviously strong devour the obliviously strong devour the obliviously weak. It reminds me of Tool's song Right In 2. Monkeys killing over pieces of the ground. God, that song fucks so hard. So I'm going to record their final moments and auction them off to all the other beings in this universe. Playboy of all things, yeah. Next node is the final node, despite hard Tunguska is short in retrospect. Damn. Well, I mean, yeah, like the story itself, I suppose. But I suppose like when it was just a interlude, you know, when you were all fighting, doing like the raids and stuff like that, it probably took a lot longer. Tell me, everyone, how much do you think this civilization is worth? Oh, I can't wait to see what it all ends up selling for. Could it be billions, millions, thousands, hundreds? Then again, maybe I'd be lucky to get anything at all. Trash is trash, no matter how much you dress it up. And who would ever pay so much as a cent for trash?
I mean, there are people who buy trash. Recycling plants and shit like that, yeah. Stare at her without saying anything. Bite your lip without saying anything.
Good grief, that's one hell of a...
If you really believe that, then you're the irredeemable villain here. I thought I might be able to empathize with you, at least a little after I saw how you run the life zone. But this is like... Well, it's sneering at the failures of others, just like a No, never mind, I won't say that. My point is, even a starving dragon has better taste than you.
And who might you be?
She literally went, who? Kept this from you for this long. The reason the story is hard is because this event had a 50% damage CE. Reason why the story is hard, the event had a 50% damage CE. Like you had a CE that applied a 50% damage increase on you, or the CE gave you a 50% damage increase. I'm a bogatyr of Kiev. I materialized here to save my motherland of Russia.
I'm Ibuki Doji. I guess I never introduced myself, did I?
Well, thank you. I appreciate your courtesy. You did. Ah. Well then, Jesus Christ, if Oh. So then how was that Giants fight able to even work? How could CE gave the character 50% damage increase? Oh. Well, wait. So then how was it hard? If you got a 50% damage increase, how was it hard?
I knew who you all were, but you've saved me the trouble of identifying you individually. Now then, Mr. Taigong Wang, distinguished members of Chaldea, I gather you've all said your piece. I hadn't planned on talking for quite so long, but between my exhaustion from my run-in with Kernanos and you being so kind to PB, well, I felt as though my hands were tied. But that all ends now. We may have been compatriots up to this point, but no more.
Compatriots? What are you talking about?
Oh my, you mean you hadn't realized? Your top priority has been cutting down the trees of emptiness. Mine has been collecting life forms. We had no reason to be enemies. If anything, we were birds of a feather since we were both there in the Lost Belts as visitors. But this time is different. This time you came to my world, planning to kill me. There was never anything for us to discuss. I admit that strange heroic spirit there with you may have thrown me off a bit. But now it's time for you humans to do what humans do best, and we beasts do what we do best. There's no sense in us trying to understand each other. Let's just fight to the death and be done with it.
Oh boy.
You had plenty of opportunities to run. You had time to realize your mistake. But whether it was reckless bravery or sheer arrogance, you made just the sort of presumptuous decision I would expect from the so-called dominant species. What a fitting end for you this will be, after so many repetitions of the same mistakes. Ephemeral actions can only be answered with ephemeral pleasures. Oh, and by the way, I won't be shouting my beast name. As far as I'm concerned, you humans don't deserve to hear it.
Oh lord.
Koyan Sky's magical energy is rising rapidly.
Here we go. Her magical energy type is nothing like the shadows we saw before. I can feel the spell I'm using to protect my spirit origin being eroded. This power must eat away at anything related to humanity, even divine Xian level defenses. So she's coming for us, huh? I'm sure she's going to appear with 6 tails this time, though I can't say how powerful she'll be until I see her myself. I'll put up as many mental defenses as I can, but try to keep a hold of yourselves. Even the sight of a beast like her is a dreadful weapon all its own. Steel yourself. Oh shit. What am I even looking at? Good Lord, have mercy. Christ, why is it so fucking loud? This is a really hard fight, by the way. Jesus, oh boy.
Her magical energy is skyrocketing. The Shadow Border's sensors can't even measure it anymore. I'd say it's safe to assume that she's got at least as much magical energy as a divine spirit, and her spirit origin's just as heavy as we thought. She's still not fully mature, and yet this peculiar way she's eroding the space around her, despite the fact that we're inside her own reality marble. It's definitely the presence of a beast, Master.
Still would. Hey, respect. Be that as it may, she's still not complete. I'd say she's still growing.
Well, she's sure not lacking for power. And I don't just mean her magical energy either. It feels like everything about her's just crazy strong.
I am Beast 4. Had there been no other beast to compare myself to, the beast of taming would inevitably come to dominate. Compassion, protection, devotion, scorn, murder, love. At times you direct your flames to slaughter. At times you offer recompense and resolution, and extend the hand of contradictory affection. Cruel humans, your wild nature has long been lost.
Those things on her head, are those great horns? Probably, given how much magical energy she has and how massive her spirit origin is. But her curse is still there, and without enough tails, she's pushing herself beyond her limits.
She is?
That's right. She's trying to force herself into a state of completion, but she's grown her body too quickly for the rest of her to keep up. On the inside, she's still developing. She's practically a walking chrysalis right now. So she's just about to hatch, huh? Beast of taming. Ellipses.
Senpai.
Even if it is contradictory, I don't think loving something is evil. I can see there's something you love too. Damn, really? Now? Of all the times we try now to get through to her. Thought keys activate. The Kunlun Mountains belong to Yuanshin Tianjun. You still wait to the same things as the last fight? That is good to know. In my hands lie the peerless treasured blades, encompassing geography and astronomy alike. The 8 trigrams lie within me. Yushu Tiashan, Fengshun Shijing. Ooh, flashy. That's the same second anti-beast noble phantasm I used before. It should still have at least some effect on her since she's modeled herself after the fair-faced golden fox. It won't be enough to finish the job, but it should help us hold out until the very last moment.
Great, thanks. I'll take it. And now it's time to get cereal. I'll call on Orochi too. Habatron, we need your help. All right, this is the big one, huh? Got it. I'll keep the Black Barrel working at max firepower.
Tagang Vong, was that noble phantasm you just used your big move? No, it wasn't. And hey, that was supposed to be a secret. Anyway, the effect is the same as last time. I mean, can you change your noble phantasm's effects on a whim? But never mind that. Right now, we need to do something to calm her down. She does sound a little aggro. I can't use my trump card as long as she's so worked up. I see. Okay then, I look forward to seeing what is your trump card.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Foo-foo. Momo. I'm excited to see what you've got.
Right, I have high hopes too. Huh? What's all this about? Yeah, you've got this, guy.
Don't worry, I've absolutely got this. Oh man, talk about pressure. No. They all know what they're doing. They're saying this so I don't get too tense when the big moment comes. I must say, Taigang Wang, you've certainly been fortunate with your comrades. In the past, you had Yang Xian, Prince Wu Sheng, and the 12 Golden Immortals. Now you have the Chaldeans and Nikitich. Right then, I won't let them down. Not for nothing did I get to be such a famous tactician. Alright everyone. First of all, I need you to do whatever it takes to make her settle down. So hit her. On it. Sometimes the only way to get the stubborn types to listen is to knock some sense into them. Come, my mount. Oh shit, Dragon has a fuckboy voice, I forgot. You got it, Master? Oh man, it's freaking hot in here. And that's one hell of a monster, too. That thing looks even tougher than Gorniach. Be careful, Master, or it'll tear us to shreds. That's right, she will. Even I can't possibly handle her alone. Which is why we're all fighting together. Though a single hero may be no match for some formidable foes, there is no foe a Bogatir can't overcome by fighting alongside trusted comrades. Hop! Make sure you hold on tight, Master. Let's go, everyone. This will be our final battle.
Mash! Right, Master? Activating Orton-Axis combat mode, raising output to maximum while preserving auto-maintenance functionality. There, the Black Barrel's been reinforced. Go get her! Get her! Output has reached 100%. Switching Black Barrel to physical round support mode. Battle preparations complete. I'm ready, Master.
Take the fight to the beast.
Understood.
Alrighty. Oh, and I believe we switched over too. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Alright. Well then, we'll find out what happens next time on Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it there for the evening. God damn, we ended up going like, I thought it was maybe gonna be like 20, like maybe 20 minutes or something like that, but sheesh. Alrighty then. Well, we'll go ahead and pick this up next week, I suppose. Alrighty. I want to thank anyone that decided to stop in and check out the stream, even for just a minute or two. Always appreciate it. On a cliffhanger too, I know. But I mean, next stream is probably going to be like majority battle, so you know, it's going to be rough. But like I said, we'll be able to get through it. We are strong. We are tough. We will survive. Tomorrow we're gonna be playing Genshin. We're gonna be finishing out the epilogue for the Archon quest, and then we've got Lantern Rite. So yeah, we'll be getting to work on all that. So if you want to know when that'll be happening, follow my blue site, subscribe or follow, and you'll know when we go live. But for tonight, that's gonna go ahead and do it from me. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a good night, a good day, a good morning, wherever it might be for you. And with any luck, I will hopefully see y'all tomorrow. So until then, stay groovy, everybody.